here, and welcome to another exciting edition of Superstars of the Ring here at ccwrestling.biz. Folks, on last week's show, we did see the crowning of new World Tag Team Champions as Mad Dog Miller and Rock and Roll Chris Turner captured the gold from Future Evolution. And of course, afterwards, we did hear from one half of the new champions. We would be remiss if we didn't get a counterpoint from the former champions. So right now, let's go ahead and hear a very special interview from Danial Anderson.
Hello everybody, this is Jerome Jackson, your CCW Personality of the Year, and I am here with one half of Future Evolution, the second generation wrestler, Danial Anderson. And sir, I am sorry we brought you in these unfortunate circumstances. However, we wanted to get your opinions on how you and Jonathan Wells feel after losing the CCW Tag Team Championships.
Whoa. First of all, we did not lose the CCW Tag Team Championships. Jonathan Wells and I were robbed of the Tag Team Championships. Let me ask you something. You're the Renaissance man at CCW, right? You're going to stand here in a nice tie, you're going to do the TV show, you're going to do a little bit of announcing on the radio, and then you're going to sit there and be the referee in our match. Were you not? Yes, you were. And let me ask you something, and all these people something. Why is it that in professional wrestling, a closed fist is considered illegal, but a headbutt is fair game? Huh? You got a reason for that? You called the match. Do you have a reason for that? Did you know that 3 minutes into the match, I had a concussion from a Mad Dog Miller headbutt? Did you know that with the last 5 minutes of the match, before it was all said and done, Jonathan Wells had a concussion? Did you know that? Did you do your job? That should have been a disqualification to begin with, because Mad Dog Miller should have not have used the headbutts, correct? It doesn't matter what you think. Now, let me tell you something, Rock and Roll Chris Turner. I got to admit, I was impressed. I got to commend you. You had a hell of a night. I didn't know you had it in you. I really didn't. You know, that was not the performance of a has-been. That was not the performance of a man who was ready to roll over and die. That was not the performance of a man who was ready to hang up the boots and call it a day. You had a little something extra in you. And that is why I want Chris Turner tested for performance-enhancing drugs. What happened that night was atrocious. Chris Turner, you think you can shave 20 years off of your career by doing a little bit of I don't think so. Chris Turner cheated. I want him tested. And then after he comes back positive and Mad Dogs Miller headbutts are taken back, I don't want a rematch. Jonathan Wells doesn't want a rematch. We simply want the Tag Team Championships right back where they belong. In the hands of Future Evolution. No rematch. Richard Marshall, I know you're sitting back there, you fat... No rematch. Just give me back our titles. Just shut up.
There you have it, everybody. Danial Anderson.
Fix my tie here. I don't want to look bad on camera. All right, folks, there you have Danial Anderson. He made a couple of really good points, but I'm not too sure about the use of performance-enhancing drugs as it relates to Rock and Roll Chris Turner. Let me explain. Yes, Continental Championship Wrestling does have a very strict zero-tolerance policy when it comes to the use of illegal substances, and I can promise you that Chris Turner is nowhere on that list. However, you know, some other points. He was absolutely right about the use of a closed fist in a wrestling match. It is absolutely illegal, and did it happen? I'm not a referee, I'm not one to say. However, it obviously wasn't caught in that match, and he brought that to light. So maybe the officiating was probably to blame at that. Maybe they will get a rematch, maybe they won't. We'll see in the future as it relates to the Commissioner Richard Marshall. But he said he doesn't want a rematch. He wants his belts back. Well, if Chris Turner's cleared, my friend, you are going to get your rematch. One way or the other, you'll get another shot at the championships, no doubt about it. The use of a headbutt, however, is very legal in professional wrestling. It always has been. It always will be. And yes, Mad Dog Miller may absolutely have the most brutal headbutt in the history of this sport. I don't know if it should be outlawed, though. You know, we'll see what happens there. Speaking of outlaws, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our exciting Southern States Championship match this week as the Outlaw Jamie Mckinnon defends the Southern States Championship once again against Romeo de la Guerra.
The only person you have You're absolutely right about about that, Mike Carney. Jamie McKinnon's already starting up early. Jamie McKinnon is going to town on Romeo de la Guerra. And things look very ominous for the Outlaw. As you just mentioned, he suffered a severe knee injury in the last victory he had over the Outlaw. And the Outlaw is not forgotten about.
And that's definitely, the Outlaw tonight, for lack of better words, he's been running ever since they've
he's certainly not making any mistakes in this match right now, as he's already controlling Romeo. Beautiful thunder suplex right in the middle of the ring, but he could just as easily kick him in the nose if he wanted to. That's just the type of person that Jamie McKinnon is. And there you see what I'm talking about with a rake to the eyes.
How many times, Brian Blitz, have you yourself, any of the other broadcasters, interviews that we have had on our CCW Superstars The Ring webcast, have to say something that this man, Jamie McKinnon, has mentioned about Romeo de la Guerra is not a part of our beliefs in CCW. This man is a wild card.
That has certainly become a standing disclaimer for our show whenever he gives an interview. But to his credit, in the United States, you are entitled to your opinion, and he is certainly expressing his.
Brian Blitz, you and I both have fought for that gentleman to do. Yeah. And I consider even though he's a part of the American right, freedom of speech, he's allowed to say this. Allowed him to do that out there. And he hasn't been in a lack of words in the ring.
Speaking of in the ring, Romeo de la Guerra has managed to take charge of the Outlaw. As you see now, he's wrapped around that very heavily, I don't know if you would call that a bandage, arm of the Outlaws. Outlaws stung a little bit by that.
Definitely. They're trying to stay on top of the Outlaw Jamie McKinnon. That was a good let Jamie McKinnon get the upper hand. He'll battle that knee injury last time he was too late. He's protecting himself.
He should protect himself. Romeo, not afraid to stretch rules a little bit here, as he's had Jamie McKinnon wrapped up in the ropes there. He's going to do what he can to try and weaken the Outlaw down. And one thing that he should certainly concentrate on is that left arm. As you know, that delivers the devastating lariat. Full force from Jamie McKinnon right there, and it's lights out. I don't care who you are.
I mean, Jamie McKinnon, who knows? Post on and fits post. Post on trees. Lord knows, I was hoping he didn't do it. Close on a bull.
You took the words right out of my mouth. He probably looked a bull right in the eye and clotheslined it straight to hell. Jamie McKinnon is a vicious man and not afraid of any man, woman, child, or animal on his planet. And will back that up. Interesting tactic Romeo is showing right now as he drop kicked the arm of Jamie. He's got Jamie down on his knees, working on that left arm. Once again, is the absolute smartest thing Romeo can do. Take out his offense, no need for defense.
Well, and I maybe this thing, a knee for an elbow, a knee for an arm. He is definitely trying to, for lack of a better word again, tear off the arm of Jamie McKinnon.
You know what? That may be true, but Romeo has definitely not got to forget exactly what's on the line tonight. It's not injuring Jamie McKinnon. Something I don't think he want to do. He's got to remember, this match is still for the Southern States Championship, and he's got to focus on winning that. If he doesn't care about the Southern States Championship, it doesn't matter what he does to Jamie McKinnon's arm. He needs to walk out with this match the champion, and we know he can do it. He's beaten McKinnon on 2 occasions before.
He needs to refocus his mind and just like he did right there.
Well, went dry for Romeo right there. Now McKinnon with a nice reversal, although he's still feeling the effects of repeated shots to the arm from Romeo de la Guerra. Easy for you to say.
Whatever fight he has in him, deep within, bringing it in, hitting on the ring, getting the fans behind him, that momentum for awakening. Jamie McKinnon, through that mind, this
next move. Methodical is a brilliant word for it. He stalks his prey like a snake in the night. And that's exactly what it is. He struck Romeo right when it was perfect timing. McKinnon, even though he's hurt, he's not going to show the pain right now. He's venomous. Venomous. Thunderous chop by McKinnon in the corner. You could feel that. You could feel that all the way down to Puerto Rico right now. Brian Blitz. Because not taking anything from the referee. Jamie Mckinnon is not afraid of authority, though, that's for sure. No, he's not. Romeo now, with a nice clothesline of his own, he takes McKinnon completely off his feet. Sometimes you just gotta do something. That was a pin! Looks like we have a new champion. Romeo De La Guerra has defeated Southern States champion Jamie Mckinnon, fans. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Fans, Romeo De La Guerra just won the Southern States Championship. There's another referee out here. I don't know what's going on. He's just talking to my cohort, Brian Blitz. Talking to referee Jerome Jackson. Fans, let's see what's going on here. I don't know what's happening in the ring right now. As far as I know, we saw a 3 count. Romeo De La Guerra has won this title. This other referee apparently is saying that Jamie Mckinnon had his foot on the ropes. Now the referee Jerome Jackson didn't see it. I don't know. We'll have to see what's happening here, what's about to go on. They just handed the belt back to Brian Blitz. Here's the commissioner.
Both of them have informed me that Jamie McKinnon's foot was on the rope. Therefore, they are restarting the match.
Apparently, they have reversed the decision here after a meeting of the minds that Romeo De La Guerra is not the champion. We're restarting this match, man. Clothesline. Jamie McKinnon caught Romeo De La Guerra off guard. Brian Blitz, I thought Romeo De La Guerra just won that title, my friend. You know, Mike Carney, I was just in there. I'm confused. What is Jamie McKinnon doing now? The match is restarting. Now he's just, Jesus. Oh, my Lord. Jamie McKinnon just leveled the referee. He just closed right boots. What is Jamie McKinnon doing now? He's got Romeo De La Guerra hung up in the rope. Commissioner, you gotta have something Fans, this is just broken news. Jamie McKinnon just leveled Shooter McGee. Good grief. This man is insane. I'm pretty sure I know the outcome of this match. It hasn't been official yet. And unfortunately for Romeo, he's not going to walk away the Southern States Champion tonight. That venomous snake look. Jerome Jackson needs to get out of the ring. That's all I'm saying to you. I'm just going to stay back here.
folks, there you have it. Romeo de la Guerra does now have 3 wins on the Outlaw Jamie Mckinnon. As you can see there, it still did not end well for him, and unfortunately on a disqualification the championship does not change hands, so Jamie Mckinnon does remain the Southern States Champion. Now shortly after that match I was able to get a few words from Jamie Mckinnon, and I got to tell you, it wasn't pleasant for me. Let's go ahead and hear from the Outlaw.
Hey ladies and gentlemen, we are hot off the heels of one exciting WrestleBash, and right now I'm going to bring in a guest of mine who has demonstrated a very unique sense of sportsmanship in his successful Southern States Championship victory at WrestleBash. Ladies and gentlemen, the Outlaw Jamie Mckinnon.
Let me tell you something. You seen what happened, didn't you? You seen I put that rope around. Come here. I done it just like this. I put that rope around that Mexican's neck, and I finished the feud between me and you and Mexican. You call me a city slicker, I'll show you what. Blitz, get that. Quit jacking around. I tell you one thing. It's over with, Mexican. I'm moving on to bigger and better fish. And I'm talking about the top tuna of the sea. That's right, I want a shot at that world championship. I'll put my belt up against anybody's. The tag team champions, the alternative championship, or you Southern States champion. I'll wrestle myself. You understand that?
Absolutely.
You book it, me against me. That's what I'll do. Well, maybe me against you. Anybody that wants some, sign up. But Mexican, it's over with. No more title shots.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The Outlaw does remain your CCW Southern State Champion. Obviously, he's looking on to bigger and better things. Of course, he, like anybody, wants a shot at the CCW Championship itself. And as for myself, I promise you, I do own other shirts than this one. Ladies and gentlemen, on next week's show, we're going to have the big debut of young superstar Eric Moore as he takes on a returning superstar here at CCW. So look forward to that. Also, make sure you always check us out at Facebook. Of course, you can click on the link and go to our YouTube channel at any time. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brian Blitz, and I'll see you at ringside.